We're here at the old Miller Theater for 40 years, a showplace on Broad Street. You know, the Miller Theater has been closed almost as long as it was open. The last show, an opera called Regina, was here in January of 1985. The next show is pretty much up to Symphony Augusta, which is trying to return the old theater to the glory of its past. And what a glory it was. The Miller Theater opened in February 1940 to much fanfare. The buildup was unlike almost anything anyone had seen before in Augusta or the South. Advanced stories in the Chronicle called the theater huge and pointed out that 2,500 could be seated comfortably. On entering the theater, a customer would walk along a corridor 155 feet long. Lining it were panels of Italian marble. That marble had been tough to get in 1940 because of the European situation. If you had a hearing problem, the Miller was where you wanted to go see Clark Gable or Betty Davis, because all you had to do was tell the ticket taker and you would be ushered to one of the 80 hard of hearing seats, which had special earphones. The Miller's first show that winter of 1940 was a grand one, Night at the Moulin Rouge. It featured, the Chronicle reported, a cast of 75, 95% of them girls. 16 scenes of splendor, Frenchy, farcical, fast and furious. They even featured a photo of a woman stretched out somewhat provocatively across the bottom of the ad. Frenchy indeed. Finally, the premiere and a front page story and photos appeared in the Chronicle of February 27th. Broad Street took on the aspect of a Hollywood premiere, the Chronicle crowed. Front page photos showed floodlights turning Broad Street into Tinseltown. Another photo shows the man of the hour, Frank Miller himself, reading notes of congratulations from Clark Gable and Mickey Rooney. But you know what? They did top that in 1957 when the Miller Theater hosted the world premiere of The Three Faces of Eve, starring Joanne Woodward in her only Oscar-winning performance. Eve was based on the true story of Edgefield woman Chris Costner Sizemore and her battle with multiple personality disorder. The movie was adapted from a book written by the two Medical College of Georgia psychiatrists, Drs. Hervey Cleckley and Corbett Thigpen, who discovered and helped treat Mrs. Sizemore. Between that first night and that premiere night were a lot of memorable nights for Miller Theater goers. We know because we asked them. And here's what they said. And you can help if you want. You can send a check to Symphony Augusta, 1301 Green Street, Suite 200, and make that check out to the Miller Theater. Think of it as an investment in future memories.